So the funny thing is, I actually love the color orange. It's my favorite color, but orange furniture stain is an absolute no. I grabbed this dresser from Goodwill for $35, and let me show you how I gave it a little refresh. I started off by just removing the doors in that one drawer, and then this middle panel wasn't a door, it was just nailed onto the piece, so I removed that. And then one thing about orange stain that I know is it comes off very easy with a carbide scraper, and this was just going to save me a ton of time when it came to sanding. I usually complain all the time about having to sand for hours, but like I said, this time actually didn't take me that long, so I wasn't that mad about it. I filled some damage on the side with some wood filler. And then this is my secret for those curved edges that are harder to sand. You just brush on acetone. And then I use a steel wool pad and just a cloth, and the old finish just wipes right off. Then having most of that stain off, I just use my Surf Prep sander, and it makes sanding these doors 10 times easier. The one thing I wasn't a fan about this dresser was this bottom piece here. I thought it would look a bit sleeker if I straighten out the edge. So I just used my jigsaw to flatten everything out, and then just sanded it to remove any of those rougher edges. I wanted to salvage the old hardware, so I just mixed together some water and vinegar and let that soak. And then I also put together a paint wash for the body. I thought if I went darker, it might make this piece look dated, and my whole point was to bring this back to life. So I decided to actually just stick with the paint wash itself and not do any stain. After my hardware soaked for a little bit, I went in with Barkeeper's Friend and gave it a good scrub, and it came out brand new. This wipe-on poly is going to protect the piece and also bring back some warmth into the paint wash. I did 2 coats of this and then went right ahead with attaching the doors back, as well as putting all my old hardware back on the piece. Then, as a quick reminder, here is that hideous orange piece from the beginning. And here's the final refreshed look. I love the whitewash rustic vibe that's going on now. It gives the dresser just such a breath of fresh air. The only thing I'm not sure about is keeping that old hardware. Let me know if you guys like it or if I should change it out. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.